Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first live stream of the year. I am so excited to be here. All right, here we go. Welcome, everyone, to our first live stream of the year. Oh my God, my name is Juliana Garcia, in case you don't know me. And what I do is I help coaches clarify their message so that they can attract premium clients. And I'm so delighted to be here with you today on our first live stream of the year. I'm bringing the fire, you guys. Let me see if I can change my microphone because I'm very particular about the microphone situation. Hey Radiance, how are you? Facebook is being my friend. I can live stream. It's been kicking me out, so I'm so happy that I can live stream. Can you guys hear me okay? And we're gonna have to go and roll with the microphone of the computer because it is what it is. Renee, what's up? Okay, so let me take a little drink of water. Thank you, Radiance. I was really sick. I want to tell you a story, you guys. The topic of this live stream, you guys are gonna laugh so hard. I'm gonna make an admission. I'm gonna tell you something that happened that you're gonna laugh at. This live stream, I was meant to do it back on December 6th. And what happened was that I had coached all day and I had the lights just were on in my face basically all day. And I had this live stream to do at like 6 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. And I remember thinking, I just have this headache before my coaching call. I have this headache, and so I took Advil. I just grabbed whatever Advil I saw, and I took Advil. And you guys, during the coaching call, I felt like something was off. And I felt so tired. I'm like, maybe I'm really exhausted today. Maybe I'm really drained, but it's really odd because I never feel that way. You guys, take a look at this. Look at what I took. You guys see? Look what I took. Freaking Advil PM. So by the time that it was 5:30 p.m., I had finished my coaching call with the magnetized and monetized people. I was like, why am I so exhausted? There's no way that I couldn't do this live stream. Well, guess what? I had taken freaking Advil PM, so I was basically drugged. I drugged myself halfway through the day when I had a coaching call and then a live stream. So this topic is well overdue. And I am so glad that I didn't do it back then because I'm bringing the fire to you today. But it's hilarious. So for those of you who were wondering what happened with that live stream, because people were emailing, and it was just, I was just about to go on vacation. It was a whole thing. So, and I never cancel a live stream because I'm always just super consistent. But I just wanted to tell you that I drugged myself so I couldn't show up. But today we have a new day, new year, and I'm gonna bring the fire. So who is ready to hear the 3 mistakes that repel premium clients? The 3 messaging mistakes that repel premium clients. Give me a 1 in the comments. Hey, Shannon. Renee says drink champagne next time. Oh my God. Like, no. That would be a worse situation if I'm like drugged on Advil PM and then champagne. Give me a 1 in the comments if you're ready. And also give me a 1 in the comments if you are a coach. I want to know all of the coaches that are here. I know that lots of entrepreneurs join this group because this group is for entrepreneurs, but I want to know who here is a coach. Hey, Kate, what's up? Hi, Relyn. So good. So good, so good, so good. Okay, so here's what I want to tell you. It's not sufficient to be a great coach. It's not sufficient to give people an amazing experience, unfortunately. It's not sufficient for you to be really good at changing people's lives in your coaching sessions. Unfortunately, that is not sufficient for you to be able to attract premium clients. And some people just say, you just gotta be good at what you do, and then people will come to you. While that is partially true, is not fully true, because if you don't know how to communicate your message in a way that attracts people, especially premium clients, which is my specialty, it's just not going, you're not going to see the consistency in your business or the growth in your business. And so what I want to tell you is that having a coaching business is not for the faint of heart, because we sign up for, I want to change someone's life, but we don't know what it entails to attract clients who not only just pay you a lot of money, but also who show up in a really premium way. And so you're probably, you sign up for like this like beautiful life where rainbows and butterflies, where just people come to you, but the reality is that your language, your message, the words you say to attract people have a huge impact on your results and on the quality of people that you attract. And so today we're going to talk about three mistakes that people make that repel premium clients, and I'm going to teach you what to do instead, okay? So the first thing, and I wrote my notes, I got important things to say. So the first thing is that what you're doing is the reason why you're repelling premium clients and you're getting on the phone or you're doing sales calls and people who don't have money show up, or who are just not the right fit show up, is because you're speaking to the disempowered version of the client. You're speaking to the disempowered version of your client. So what does that mean? And if you have heard me say this before and you're like, Juliana, you've said this before, like, I want you to listen again, because today you are different. Today I am different. I'm about to say it in a different way. And you currently have clients or have prospects that are showing up to your calls, guaranteed not being a full yes. I'm sure all of you here have that. And so I really want you to listen with a different lens, like really be a student every time you hear this from me. So what I mean by that is when I say you're speaking to this empowered version of your client, is you are speaking to the version of them that are in survival mode. You're still saying things that are making people, that are perpetuating their survival mechanism. And what I mean by that is, most people say, speak to your past self, choose yourself 3 years in the past and then choose that as your ideal client. And I have to tell you that me 4 years ago let's say 5 years ago, I was not a premium client. I would not want to speak to my previous self because I was in survival mode. I did not believe in myself. I was really taken over by the how's it gonna work, but how, so many limiting beliefs. I was just not a really great client. And you know what? I'm always grateful for the coach who took me on. Thank you very much. That doesn't mean that I have to go and now save everybody who was like me 3 years ago. I talk to, maybe sometimes in my messaging, I speak to the version of me from like a year ago, maybe but 3 years ago, I wouldn't have talked to the version of me a year ago because I was not a great premium client. I didn't know how to show up in a premium way. I was codependent. I wanted somebody to save me. And so if you're choosing to speak to your past self, you have to take a look. Were you in a survival mode, a mechanism where was your survival mechanism activated? Can you honestly say that you would like to have coached you at the time? And I'm just honest here. I'm like, I would not have liked to coach me. It was too much of a heavy lift, right? There are some people who are okay with that. So if you're like, yeah, I love saving people. I really love the heavier lifts. I really love when people come crippled with their survival mechanism, like kicked up. That really fills my soul. That really feels delicious. Then go for it, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not who I like to work with, or it's not who I find most joy working with. And I'm just very honest with that. You do not have to save your past self. It doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you worthier. It doesn't make you cool. It doesn't make you more whatever, worthy of something, of recognition, of merits. It doesn't. It's only gonna support the feeling of, I feel drained and I feel like it's a heavier load to carry. And so that's one thing. You don't need to speak to your past self. But let's say that you're not even speaking to your past self. You're just using language that is saying things kind of like, it's like subtle. For example, like you've joined so many masterminds and it just, nothing has worked for you, right? It's just, nothing has really worked for you yet. And even though you've invested a lot in coaching, you're still not seeing results, okay? That is a more subtle way where you're still speaking to this empowered version of your client and you don't even notice it. Why? Because an empowered client comes to a mastermind, comes to a one-on-one coaching container, and will come and get what they came for. They will, right? That's a premium client. They will come, they'll get what they came for. They will source the value. They will look for the value. You will not have to hold their hand for them to get the value. They will come and get it, come prepare with questions like, this is where I need help. And so that is secretly speaking to a disempowered version of your client by you using language that's saying you're not getting results. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to attract people who are going to be like, I just didn't get results in the previous mastermind, the previous coach, the previous whatever. So, but can you help me? And then you say yes, you take them on, and then they're gonna make you the bad guy because they have a pattern where they haven't really fully understood that they're responsible for bringing, like, sourcing the value from the container. Okay. So those are just a couple of examples of you speaking to a disempowered version of your client. And I really want you to notice when you read your content, like, go into a little audit. Read your content and ask yourself, is this quietly, secretly speaking to a disempowered version of my client? And we are gonna do, I'm gonna have more trainings coming up on this, but I really want you just to do a little audit, okay, on your languaging. All right, give me a 2 if you're ready for number 2. And I'm gonna check the comments and see if you guys have questions. Rachel says, until right now, I thought survival mode was just the way clients came through the door. Oh no, survival mode shows up in every way. It's not just their money mindset. They can have a lot of money, but a client can be in survival mode when they don't believe that they have what it takes to create the result. Like, somebody can have money and they can pay you $50,000. They can still be in survival mode. They can still be in survival mode in their mentality. It's kind of like when rich people have a lot of money, but they're so afraid to spend it and they just hoard the money. They're not relaxed and knowing that they can create more, circulated, be a good keeper of money and a good circulator of money, right? It's living in scarcity even though you have a lot of money. You can be in the presence of money, but not in the presence of abundance. Let that really sink in. And so it's the same thing in survival mode with clients. They can come in, maybe pay you a lot of money, but maybe they're in survival mode because they want you to create the results for them. Like, this happens a lot in consulting. This happens a lot in higher level coaching. People also don't want to charge premium prices because they feel like, well, if I charge more, then my client is going to want more, it's going to be more draining. And the opposite is true. My clients who are VIP, they're the easiest clients to coach. They show up in such a premium way and they pay $50,000, sometimes $55,000 if they go for the payment plan and the Momentum Mastermind. And they just come get what they need and they're like, I don't even need to think about it. Like, I think about them all the time, but I don't feel pressure to handhold them. And so it's not true that the more you charge, the more pressure you have to feel, the more people are going to want you to save them. It's not true. It's in the culture that you create with your message. And so there's so much more. And if you guys want support with this, I just have to tell you this right now. This is the last week to apply for the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. Inside the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, in 3 months, is the last week to apply with the $1,000 off, by the way. Sorry, I just didn't complete my sentence. So if you apply by tomorrow, you get $1,000 off. We already have, I think it's like 17 people signed up. And what we do essentially in those 3 months is I help you clarify your message so that you can attract premium clients. And when I say message, I don't mean just the words you say, and hear me out on this, okay? Here's my definition of messaging. Your message is not just the words you say, but is the frequency that you emit that communicates a message. Is that thing that makes people want to choose you over the coach that promises the exact same thing, because of the way you communicate in the frequency level with your prospects, with your clients, with your followers, with your people, even with your clients. And so we elevate not just the words that you use, but the way that you relate to yourself as it relates to asking for money, as it relates to asking for what you want, as it relates to having lots of money, receiving lots of money, really, as the simplest way that I can say it. So we just blow past all of your limitations around what that looks like for you, so that you are able to communicate a different frequency with people, and people just start kind of like reaching out for no reason, or reaching out to you because they want you. And so we don't just do words, and we don't just do the messaging piece. We also do your offer. We elevate the quality of clients that you attract. We have an entire system so that you can distribute content without you being there and writing content all of the time. And I teach you how to take somebody from being a stranger on the internet to being a delicious full body yes on the phone at a premium price, using the truth, not even using any kind of manipulative tactics, because that's not what I teach. It's all about how to hold beautiful space for somebody to be a really full body yes, and not have any buyer's remorse once they like give you their credit card, sign up, and then the next day feel like, oh shit, maybe that wasn't the right idea. So I really teach you how to in full integrity guide somebody to become a premium client and make sure that they're the right fit for your program, so they show up in a premium way. So make sure that you apply to the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, because this is what we do inside of the container for 3 months. And it's the best marketing mastermind and the last marketing mastermind that you will ever need. Like my clients say, it's not even me. Ask people for their experiences in the mastermind, because really the best, I can say things about it, but if you just see what people say about it, is really going to help you, give you a different perspective. So make sure you apply, save $1,000, and let's get to number 2. Okay, so number 2 is you are unconsciously, and this is an unconscious thing, but I want all of you to notice how you're doing it. You're unconsciously creating codependency with your language. And another way of saying it is you're unconsciously using covert bro marketing tactics. Even if you think that you're a very light, love and light person, okay? I'm gonna give you a definition of bro marketing tactics. Bro marketing tactics are old school rules of marketing that people created, normally men, and they basically teach scarcity or false urgency, or they just basically create feelings of codependency with your people. So it's things like, you really need to sign up for this program, because if not, you're not going to be successful. Things that allude to that. Maybe you're not saying that, but maybe you're alluding to that. Or if you don't hire me, you will not create results. If you don't hire me, then you're not going to get to where you want to be. Or anything that feels a lot false urgency, like you can't do it without me energy, like this is not something that you'll be able to achieve unless you do it here, or unless you do it with us. And it's kind of like this, it's manipulative, but it's very, we don't even realize that we do it as human beings. So it's so important to clean the integrity of your language, because that repels premium clients so quickly, and you don't even realize it, because you don't even see them have that reaction when they read the content or when they feel the energetic blueprint of what you're saying. And so notice, even when you're writing the content, you have this anger, or not anger, but this feeling of, they better sign up, because if they don't do it, they're never gonna make it, right? This internal feeling, or any kind of urgency, or any kind of way where you're honing in on the pain. And we are taught this, right, in marketing, because the world of marketing was mostly created by men. And what they do is use marketing, and I'm not saying all men, right? I'm just saying that there's a subset of people who created the marketing rules, and they use scarcity tactics that says, focus on the pain, right? You probably heard that before. Focus on the pain, focus on the pain, focus on the pain. I do not believe in that. I do not believe in focusing on the pain. I believe in helping people see the opposite. What is it that they're moving towards? What do they desire instead? What do they want? What is the vision? Because premium clients think differently. Premium clients are aware of the problem, but they are not motivated by fear tactics. They're not motivated by not being in the present moment. Premium clients know that they're sovereign, that they're capable, that they can do this, that they will figure it out. It's just that they want to fast track. They want to get there a little faster by having the right mentor in their corner. It's very different than having somebody tell you you need to buy my program because your pain is so hard and is so deep, and this, or you're making their pain hard and deep by saying things on your posts that are manipulating them into believing that they need you, or that they where they're at right now it's not okay, right? And that is, they smell it. Premium clients smell it. Premium clients think very differently. So it might work with the masses, and it's true. Fear works. I'm not like, listen, you guys, I'm sorry to burst the bubble, but fear works. Fear is a very effective tool that works to move the masses. And we don't have to get into a conversation about the media. We don't have to get into a conversation about just like advertising. But notice, you want, like, fear work has worked probably in a few purchases that maybe you made in December, right? Like there fear works, but it's just not the way that it works with premium clients. Premium clients do not respond to fear. They respond to, where am I going? Who do I want to become? What kind of how do I want the path to feel like? I mean, I'll give you an example. So many of my clients are like, look, I know that I can do this without you, but I want to do it with you. I want to do it with you. I want to choose you. You're my mentor. I want to get there faster. I want to get there with more ease. Like, this feels like a really juicy, delicious relationship, right? And I'm like, yeah, because you can totally do it. I tell them first, you don't need me. I am a supportive element in your life that is going to guide you to fast track your results. Why wouldn't you want to fast track your results? I mean, time is the unlimited resource that we have. So do you want to just fast track that, right? And then it just becomes a choice versus then them paying you on a sales call and then the next day being like, oh wait, that felt icky how she pushed me, right? And so it's any time when you're using fear, or when you're saying you need to do this, otherwise you won't be able to succeed. Okay, all right, I'm gonna check the comments. Renee, you kill me. So good. Relyn is one of my former private clients. She loves it. Yes, Kate. Awesome. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to go through, I wrote here, premium clients think differently. They're aware of their problems, but they're not motivated by fear tactics. So when I say don't talk to the fear, or don't instill pain in your clients, I'm not saying don't talk about their problems. And this, I'm gonna be really, we go deeper in this inside Magnetize and Monetize, and I have more trainings coming up where we can go deeper in this. But hear me out. I'm not saying just don't speak at all to their problems. Speak to their problems and be very clear and be very precise in your language and how you describe the problem. But don't hone in the pain of, don't amplify their pain by kind of making them feel like they can't do it without you, right? It's like, it's very important to talk about the problems, but it's so important that you solidify by saying you can do this, right? Like install belief in them versus take away belief from them. Okay. All right. The third thing is, and what I was gonna say is, make sure that you do an audit and notice, am I creating any codependent language in my copy? Like, you can literally just do this after the live stream, just the way that I said it with the previous point. Notice, am I creating any codependency? How am I feeling when I write content? Am I feeling a little bit of like, I wish they thought that I was a god and that they would want to buy from me? And just be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell me, you don't have to tell your friends. Just be honest about the energy that you're coming from when you're writing, how you're showing up, and just be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself, and then clean that up. And remember, it's all about installing belief in people instead. Okay, thing number 3. This I have never talked about, okay? So are you ready? I'm gonna call it the Oprah Syndrome that repels premium clients. The Oprah Syndrome, okay? Here's why. You know Oprah, on her show, she goes, you get one, when she gives away stuff, like, you get a car, and 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 everyone gets a car, right? That is not what premium clients want. Premium clients do not want to feel like what you sell is for everybody. And it's like this, if you're in a live stream and people ask you like, hey, here's my situation, is this program right for me? And then you say, yeah, of course, if it's really good for everybody can really make the most of it. Yeah, it's great for everyone. Or in your sales page, if like that question, people have that question, right? Like, is this for everyone, or is this for me or is this for me, whatever. And if you're always saying, yeah, this is great for everybody should sign up, everything is great, yeah, no matter what, you'll do great. Premium clients do not want that kind of container. Premium clients, I'm a little rusty, I haven't done a live stream in like a month. Premium clients want to know that the container is specifically designed for them. Okay, so for example, Magnetize and Monetize. Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, it's not for everyone. It's specifically for coaches who are really good at what they do, right? And they are not trying to believe, like that, they don't need help in knowing that. They know that they're really good at what they do. They know that if I give them 10 clients, they'll be able to help them. They have gone through certifications, they have had clients before, they already feel confident, they just want more premium clients. They already have some clients, but maybe they're undercharging, and what they want to do is really raise their rates and raise the amount of clients that they also have. They want to grow, but with the right type of clients. So what they're already past the like, I don't know if I can get my first client energy, right? Like they already got their first client. And so what the Magnetize and Monetize is not for newbie coaches, but it is for coaches even if you are brand new and you just help 6 clients, right? And then they paid you $500, but they got amazing results. Like, you are a perfect fit for it because you are really good at what you do. Inside the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, I'll give you another example. We don't have some kind of measurement for your income level. So only people who have made 10K can enter. I do not have that. Or only people who have made $20,000 a month can make it. Or if they want to go to $30,000 a month. That is not the way that I selected, because to me that's irrelevant. The amount of your monthly income, it's not important. What's important is that you're really good at what you do, and that you have the problem of, I want to clarify my message, my words, and my frequency to attract premium clients. That's the problem that everybody has in the entire crew, right? And some people are like, oh no, but then I am going to be with peers that maybe are at 5K month or 10K months, and I'm already way past that. Well, it's not true, because the problems that you have at $10,000 per month are actually very similar to the ones that you have at $100,000 a month. I know, because I'm at $300,000 a month and I still experience problems that I experienced when I was making $10,000 a month. And so it's this egotistical way of seeing in the industry that we've created this like levels, like, oh, only people at this level can make it here and can make it here, and that's fine, and it's cool. It's fine if that's your thing. It's just not the thing for Magnetize and Monetize. But I don't just let everybody in, right? I make it very clear. This is a premium container for coaches who are really good at what they do. So do you see how even in the positioning of my program, it's not this like clear cut like income based decision? It's not that. Is based on who you are being, right? Who you're being, and the quality of development that you have had as a coach, because that's what's important to me. So you get to find, instead of saying this is great for everybody, really get to find what is the distinctive point in the journey where my clients need to be at for them to be a great fit. And what if income wasn't a thing? What would you say? Because it's so lazy. It's a little lazy to be like, income level, oh, that's easy. And it's fine. Listen, most people in the industry do it based on income, and it's not a problem. It's not a problem. But what if income wasn't the thing? What else would be important to you? What else would create a differentiator in your container? What else would make you feel special and premium? And think about that and communicate that in your message. And so say things more like, this program is not for everyone. Start a post like that. Like, insert program name is really not for everyone, actually. It's really not for people who do this, and that, or who are this, and that. It's only for people who, and then you go into it, right? So be willing to get super clear on who the best person is, because premium clients are gonna be like, oh wait, I want that. Like, I wanna be part of that kind of container, okay? All right, Radiant says, Installing beliefs is great. It's like you're breathing life into them before they even work with you, giving them more confidence to work with you. Amen. And that's why conscious marketing is what I'm all about, because it's easy to make money, you guys. Making money is not complicated, but it's the way I stand for making money, which is in a way that is supportive for the person who's paying me. So this feels like an energetic exchange that is enriching both ways. I don't want to receive money from somebody who's crippled in fear, or thinks that I'm going to be their savior or their god, or that I'm going to be giving them something that they don't have. I just don't, because then that money is not worth it. It's not worth 50,000. It's actually, it's at a deficit. And so making money using fear and using, pain, it's not hard. It's like you can buy some kind of marketing course or copywriting course and you'll be taught that everywhere. What is more sophisticated and is more conscious and is more intentional and mindful is when we really have to go away from those manipulative tactics and create a business that is rooted in abundance and is rooted in, I don't need you, you don't need me, we are good sovereign beings. Do we want to choose each other? Do we want to choose this relationship? Can we support each other? And this is how I got to $2.5 million last year with the best clients ever, because I chose that I decided I was not going to take any clients unless they are in that energy. And so not only I was putting up my prices, but I was also raising my standards. And that's what I teach you inside Magnetize and Monetize. We raise your standards and your ability to believe that there are more than enough people available that are willing to pay you and that are willing to show up in a premium way in your container, not just pay you a lot of money. So because right now you don't fully believe that. You think that there's a limited amount. And what I want to tell you is that the clients that have paid me, like I have one client, Gabby, my VIP client, you're going to love this story, okay? She told me that she hadn't paid anyone more than $300 before she paid me $10,000. And she never would have considered herself a premium client, right? But the way that I spoke to her soul made her see herself as a premium client. And not only she signed up for Magnetize and Monetize, which is in the 10K mark, but then she also signed up for my Momentum VIP, which is $50,000 for 6 months. Okay, like we're talking the most premium available in the marketplace. And she is so grateful that I was able to install, like what, as you said, Radiance, breathe in life into her and believe, because she went from charging like $100 an hour to now charging $7,000 for her packages inside of Magnetize and Monetize. She's like, I never thought this life was available to me in like 3 months. And I mean, she started doing that in like week 6. So I'm gonna get some water. So I really want all of you to see that there's just so much more available to you that you haven't really been exposed to. And what we do inside of Magnetize and Monetize is we really just blow past the lid on all of the things that you believe are possible in terms of numbers of clients that you can have, premium prices that you can charge, quality of clients that you can have, how easy, how fun, and how amazing it can be to write copy that attracts the right people, how your business can run in a more easeful way. It really just revolutionizes the way that you do business. But all I do is just say, I'll just help you clarify your message so that you can attract premium clients, because that is at the core what I know that you want and that we do, but you're just gonna get so much more out of the program. So make sure that you apply. Since we are in the topic of Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, make sure that you apply. I am going to drop the link here. And you know what I want to say? Go and ask people about it, because honestly, it's like I sometimes get like blown away by what my clients say about, where do I post this? There we go. About the program, and it's even better than the words that I could use. Go and ask around, feel free, reach out to them. They're super lovely people. And make sure that you apply. You will save $1,000 if you apply by this week. It's the last week that we're doing the $1,000 off. And you know what I want to tell you? Just whether you apply or not, this is actually a side note, but I want to leave you with this. I thought that it was impossible for people to pay me $10,000 like many years ago. And not only that, but to do it without a sales call. And I just want you to know, you can use me as the living and breathing example of doing things that seem impossible. That because I see my clients in such a powerful way, because I see all of you in such a powerful way, people feel that, and I've been able to do that in my messaging. And you will not be able to find somebody who sells a 5-figure offer front end, like a front end meaning you haven't bought anything else from me before, this is the first thing that you buy, without a sales call and paying in full. All the people who have signed up, the 17 that we have, or around that number, they all have paid in full except for one person. And what does that tell you about the way that they see themselves? What does that tell you about the way that they see their ability to create results? That to me tells me everything. Tells me that they're like, I'm going all in. I believe in me. I got this. And I didn't even have to talk to them on a call or convince them. So I really just want to leave you with that. There are so many clients who are willing and ready to pay you. There's so many people who are ready, who are craving the transformation that you want to give them. You are just not willing to see them as premium clients and speak to them as premium clients. Right? Like some of you may not think that you're a premium client. I think you are. I think you are. I think you're big. I think you have a great vision. I am so confident in your ability to create that vision. And I see you already as that person that you see yourself maybe a year or two from today. I see you as that in 3 months. And so I really want you to see yourself differently so that you can see other people differently and know that there are so many people out there who are really willing and ready. It's just about, are you willing to show up in a big premium way? All right, my loves. I love you. See, Kate there is saying happy to talk, folks. I love you all so much, and I will see you next week on another amazing training. Mwah. Bye.